What's copper, mate? He's not going to talk to me, is he?
It's fine, I'm fine.
Not going to talk to me, is he? What happens if I do this? What? He's not talking to me, is he? Bastard. I tell you what, though. Dijon's a good-looking fucker, isn't he?
So many stairs.
Stop fucking moaning. If you ain't going to talk to me, don't talk to me about the stairs.
Oh, you're soft cuff. You can walk. Let's go.
Okay, officer, come in, come in. Fucking hell, slipped, officer. Fucking hell. Floor slippy, officer. Fucking hell, the floor slippy, officer. Fucking hell.
Oh my god. I'm grabbing your hand. Give me your hand.
Officer.
Yeah,
no,
I grabbed him. I'm taking this guy.
Officer, that needs to be in the chain of command, please. Do you know where you're going, officer? It's the door over here on the left, on the right, mate. Do you want me to teach you your job?
You've been here before.
Yeah, because I'm fucking know my city, you know? I'm fucking Colonel Mustard. I know the city. I like to keep it 100% buff.
Marcus, where are you?
You right, Private?
Okay.
Has the officer gone for a piss and left you on your own?
We was
Private?
just checking if upstairs clear so I can use the solar.
Oh. But he's left you in the fucking alley on your own. That is the not right correct chain of command, is it? Can I try and get out of them, officer? I reckon I'll be quite good at it.
No. No, 'cause
Stay with
you're
him.
going to try and tackle a wall.
No, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it to you. That's why I asked, officer, you know?
So,
Oh, okay.
yes.
Do you speak El Francais?
I do, yes.
Okay.
Is that
I
your
don't
girlfriend
speak
over
it.
there?
Yes.
Male?
Wait, what? No, that's my girlfriend.
That's what he said. Oh, that is not my. Is that your girlfriend? That's your chick.
Yes. Yes, that
Bam,
is my
chicka,
girlfriend.
wow. Bam, chicka, wow, wow.
Well, if I do well in this court case, yeah.
Hey, what do you need? What do you need me to do for you to impress her? What do you need me to do?
No.
Just
It's fine.
hit me, fucking hit me.
No, I'm not gonna hit you. What?
Kick,
No.
kick me,
She stood there all on her own.
kick me in the dick, kick me in the dick.
I'm not going to do that.
Come on, you,
alright?
come on.
No,
That's the
no.
ulf. That's show us that us males are
No.
fucking peasants. Kick me in the dick and make it look
I'm
cool.
not no, also I can't bring her over here because that messes up our confidentiality
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, don't do
yeah,
that.
so
Yeah.
she-
Also, we don't want to bring your girlfriend into our shit. You know, we want to get you some bomb chicka wow wow. You want some bomb chicka wow wow, don't you?
You need to make sure you bring that up in like when you're speaking to the judge. We
How
need to
did
win
you-
this case.
how did
so
you
she
meet-
can get some bomb chick wow wow.
How did you
Oh my
meet?
God.
How did you meet her?
We worked together. Well, we still work together, I guess.
What's her name? What's her name?
I don't. What are you gonna do? I don't trust you now.
What do
You're
you mean?
gonna
What am I
yell
gonna
over
do?
them.
No,
You're gonna
no,
yell over
no,
them and be like,
no.
"Oh, hey, what's up?"
Listen, right now, I'm in cuffs, trying to be done for assault with a deadly weapon. I think I
Trying
need
not to be
you.
done.
I think I need you more than you need me. So I'm not going to do anything to upset you. You know what I mean? What's her name?
Her name's Star.
She looks like a star. She looks like a star.
She is one.
Do you put her on top of the Christmas tree?
What? Bruh. The worst.
What?
What do you both do then? Is it do you both do this then? These are both like legal aids.
No, she's EMS.
She's EMS. Oh.
Mhm.
Bit ridiculous. I'm not a fucking
Also,
animal.
wait, hold on.
Guess? Yeah, sure.
I know you called me a dog earlier, but come on.
It's,
I'm not going to run off. There's
Didn't
12
have to,
officers
okay.
here. There's 12 officers here. Where am I going to run to?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, officer. Thank you very much.
Of course.
all right. No jumping or
Yeah,
flipping or
yeah.
flopping or running or any of that. okay?
Objections.
Time to
all
get
that.
out of here clean.
Huh? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Private best behaviour. This is our,
Well,
best
yeah,
behaviour.
the
Let's
prosecution.
fucking nail this.
Plaintiff is.
So, he said we'd all be able to ask questions and do whatever.
Okay,
But if you do decide to do that, that means you waive your Fifth Amendment rights to not testify at this trial.
Okay, so if I ask questions, I can be cross-examined, is what you're saying.
Actually, I don't think so, to be honest. As long as you don't testify,
Okay.
you like understand. Although you might have, I think, honestly, as long as you don't say anything that's dumb, I think you would actually have to testify because otherwise all the evidence would just be against you. It's a
Okay.
he said, she said situation, right?
So-
So I think you would have to.
The prosecution. Do
So
you guys have any witnesses
Are we?
here
So
today?
are we allowed? So are we allowed
We
to
do. It's gonna
confer
be,
before we talk? Me and you. Is that what
3
we're saying?
individuals behind us. Do you need their
Um,
names?
Kind of, yeah.
Yes, please.
Okay, cool. Let's go that way. Let's try that.
Okay,
Let's try.
one's
Are you
gonna
okay with
be
trying that, Raven, or
Abdul
do you want me to let you take the reins?
Latil,
Which do you prefer?
Latif,
I think I would prefer to take it, but I don't.
Sam
I'm not
Rogers.
too
Okay.
fussed,
No,
I
Raven, if
guess,
you
I
want.
don't know.
Well, if
And
you want to take the
then
reins,
who's the
Raven,
last
I'm
one?
happy to let you. But my one
Keith.
request is that maybe
Keith
I can have some
Troops.
input.
Those
Some
are
of the,
three
some of the
witnesses.
examine it. Is that okay?
Absolutely, yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's do that, Raven, because I want you to
Alright,
get
cool.
that. Oh, chicka wow wow.
Oh my god.
Raven, do your individual. Oh, that's loud. Alrighty, Mr. Mustard, we're gonna start with you. I just need to know how you plead to the charges of assault with a deadly weapon. Guilty or not guilty?
No,
Not guilty. You stay from.
I just need to know
not
how you plead
guilty.
to
Not
Okay.
guilty. Not guilty, Your Honor. Not even
And-
the slightest.
unlawful imprisonment.
What does I don't? To be honest with you, sir, that's not possible. So no, I plead not guilty.
Okay. So those are the only two charges for yourself. Mr.
thank you, Your Honor.
Tico, you don't need to come on up. You can answer from the chair.
Yeah, just do it.
Yeah.
How do you
Yeah.
plead to one count of unlawful imprisonment?
Non-guilty.
Okay, and one count of assault with a deadly weapon.
Non-guilty.
Okay. So both defendants have entered not guilty on all charges. I know you guys have been given a copy of the evidence, so what we're going to ahead and do is get you guys sworn in. You could all please put your left hand up in the air for me.
Do I get to look at the evidence, Raven?
Yes.
Okay,
All right.
thank you.
Do you all swear and affirm that the testimony you're about to give at this bench trial is the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth under the pains and penalty of perjury? So help you, name of a deity.
I do.
I do. Miller,
do.
that last
Aye, aye,
part out.
Captain.
Oh,
Yep.
We'll do
Yeah.
airborne for this one.
Didn't say anything on purpose. I didn't say anything on purpose.
Alrighty.
Didn't say
In
it on
that
purpose.
case,
Didn't say.
let's start it off. Who's going first?
Your Honor, on January 7th, 2024, the defendants Dominic Tipo and Dijon Mustard entered the establishment commonly known as Senior Buns on the corner of Calais Avenue and San Andreas Avenue. Upon entering the establishment, the defendants brandished melee weapons, more commonly known as wrenches.
Okay, I'm going to stop you.
Go
Were you
ahead.
on scene at the time
I was about to
for the
object.
brandishing?
I'm sorry.
Were you on scene when they brandished these weapons?
As stated by witnesses, Your Honor.
No,
Objection.
stop. Were you on scene when they brandished the weapons?
No, Your
I
Honor.
want your testimony, not the report,
Oh,
okay?
understood, Your Honor.
Okay,
You want my
Kenny.
full testimony, Your Honor?
I want what you witnessed. Yes.
Understood, Your Honor. I arrived on scene with Officer Black and Officer Wade. Upon entering the store,
It's great. Isn't it? It's
myself
so good.
and Officer
It's so
Black
good.
entered the rear of the store and observed both Dominic Tipo and Dijon Mustard on the ground under the foot of a Senior Buns employee.
The only witnesses they've got
At
are
that time, I
the
also
single
witnessed an
ones.
individual in a red coat, also on the ground,
These
in the
fuckers.
same vicinity. At that time, I then ordered multiple Senior
These are
Buns
the
employees
witnesses,
to
people.
place their hands in the air to be detained as officers began to understand the scene as it was. At that time, the 3 Senior Buns employees were detained, as well as a ordinary Senior Buns employee that was in the back room just past where the individuals were located.
We got this. Watch
After
this.
they were
I'll
detained,
fucking-
all the injured individuals, the 2 defendants, as well as the individual in the
Push it
red
different.
coat, later identified as Keith Troops, were brought outside, and individual witness statements were taken from the witnesses.
He's hated it, isn't he? He's hated it.
Okay. Do any of your fellow PD officers have any questions for you?
I do not believe so.
Going once, going twice. All right. Defense, do you have any questions for? I'm so sorry, your name keeps. I know the face so well, but the face Miller. Thank you. Do you guys have any questions for Miller?
Yes. So I guess just to reiterate, you came in, and when you came in, you saw both the defendants and one Senior Buns employee on the ground, correct?
Yes.
When you arrived, you told the Senior Buns employees that were there to put their hands up, correct?
Yep.
When you arrived, did you see a Senior Buns employee standing over the defendants and seem to have his hands in his pockets,
She's nervous.
in their
bless her.
pockets?
I do not believe that his hands were in his pockets. I
Nice,
can't say
awesome.
for sure one way or the other, but he was standing over both the defendants. That's correct.
Could I ask a question? Or
Yeah, 1 second. Did did a Senior Buns employee tell you that he had attempted to go through his pockets?
I believe his statement was that when we arrived, he was in the process of attempting to, and when we ordered him to stop, he stopped.
Okay.
got on what
So he was attempting to
got on what
take
she's-
something off the defendants, and you ordered him to stop when you arrived.
Could you repeat the question,
She's
please?
good. She's good.
He told
She's
you
good.
when you arrived he
She's
was attempting to
good.
take something off the defendants, correct?
That's correct.
And then you ordered him to stop.
Oh, she's good.
That's correct.
She's good.
No further questions. I believe the defendant has a question for this officer.
I'll go,
Oh,
Your Honor.
Hasbullah.
All right.
Good to go whenever, sir.
Yeah, when you're ready.
All right. I was patrolling with Officer Jeff Miller and Officer Way when we received 2 911 calls referenced in the evidence of the incident of Senior Buns being robbed. We were down the street, so we responded. Upon arrival, me and Mr. Miller here were both
Good fun
flagged
though,
down
right?
by
Good
a
fun.
Senior Buns employee stating that the 2 men wearing green were in the back of the restaurant near the kitchen area. Me and Miller both rushed in there. When we went in, we saw 3 individuals standing, all wearing Senior Buns uniforms. We saw the 2 green men who are the defendants on the ground, as well as 1 Senior Buns employee on the ground. At this point, Mr. Way was still running in. Me and Jeff held them at gunpoint until we could get some additional units to help us. Once additional units arrived, we were able to get them in cuffs. I did see what looked to be 1 Senior Buns employee fidgeting around. We told him to stop and to put his hands up, which he immediately complied. Once we got more units on scene,
Watch
we
this. I got something
had
good for.
them all cuffed up. We moved them to all different sides
What a
outside of the
fucking-
restaurant.
How good is this, by the way? Is this not
There's
good?
also doing multiple things. I was interviewing one of the employees, getting his statement away from the other individuals working at Senior Buns. So it was just me and him. While this was happening,
So
other
good.
officers were getting statements from other Senior Buns employees, and we were requesting medical for the downed individuals.
So I have a question. I'm assuming you're finished.
Yeah.
Okay. My question is,
Yeah, exactly.
did medical arrive? Was there an EMS?
EMS, there was only one on duty, and we had been informed that they are not allowed to leave the hospital if it was just one of them. We decided to self-transport. I was not a part of that self-transport. We had transported them to the hospital, or officers did. I stayed on scene to continue my statement with one of the individuals.
So you mentioned there was an individual you
right.
saw that you told to stop, who was pretty much going through the pockets of the defendants, correct?
I wouldn't say fully going through the pockets. It was only me and Jeff Miller at the time, so a lot of individuals in front of us. We didn't know who was armed, who wasn't. So my main focus was making sure everybody had their hands up. When I saw him reaching around a bit, that's when I told him to put his hands up and to stop doing what he was doing, which he immediately complied.
Okay. And then you detained that individual, correct?
Detain? Can you say that again? Sorry.
The specific individual you told to stop, reaching around. You detained that individual, correct?
I personally did not detain the individual, but he was detained by another officer.
Can you clarify for me which officer detained that individual?
I'm not sure.
A hole in their story.
Are you aware of if that person was questioned?
No, it wasn't.
I believe so. His statement should be in the report.
And to the best of your knowledge, was that person arrested?
No.
Do not believe so.
No.
And once again, you arrived on scene after 3 individuals already on the ground, correct?
When I entered the
She's
restaurant, I
good.
did see
She's
3 individuals
good.
already on the
She's
ground
fucking
in the
good.
kitchen area.
Okay. And those 3 individuals needed to be transported to the hospital. They required medical attention, correct?
She's good.
Correct.
Okay.
No, I'm
Thank
gonna let as much as I can. Is there any value in asking why we're the only ones behind bars, or did you ask that in your technical terms that I didn't understand because I'm a buffoon?
I'm getting there. I pretty much established that they didn't arrest the other person yet, and
I
I'm
was
gonna wait
wondering.
for the person who actually detained that person to
Okay.
ask them.
Okay.
Is there any value in asking if what's called they actually searched anyone there because they searched
Oh
us?
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Because if they like give them pat down, see if they had any weapons because they did to us,
Yeah, that's
the
a good
ones
point.
who were on the floor.
Yes. So I can wait for the person who took that individual specific. Oh, actually, you know what? Yeah, I'll ask that question for
Okay.
you.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, nice
No,
one.
it's
Nice
good
one.
one. Fucking
Sorry.
private.
One final
Fucking
question.
Get in there
One,
private.
one final question for you.
Hmm.
The individual that was on the floor, did you search the other individual that was a senior Buns employee? Did you happen to search that individual?
I personally did not search him.
Are you aware of if that person was searched?
I believe so.
Okay. Thank you.
So just my full testimony.
Yeah, please. What you saw, what you were involved in, not like the narrative.
Okay, so officers, me, myself, Officer Wade,
Oh, I love
Officer
this, by the way.
Black,
I
and
love this,
Officer
by the way.
Miller were patrolling when we received a 911 call involving a robbery at Senior Buns. We were right down the street, and we responded immediately from getting the call. Officer Miller and Black ran in before me as I was having trouble reaching my taser. Once I was able to reach my taser, I came in to. Sorry, let me turn my radio. I came into Officers Miller and Black, basically telling the Senior Buns individuals in the back room of Senior Buns to put their hands up and face away from them, and 3 individuals on the ground. After which, once they were all facing away, we detained all the individuals in the back room. After that, we took the individuals we had detained outside and separated them, as well
Need to
as
go
taking
push the
the
talk.
3 individuals on the ground outside. And we then questioned them as to what had happened.
Come on,
Just
mate.
quickly, are you the last officer testifying, or all 5 of you testifying?
If they want testimony from people that were involved in the transport, then you'll have to
Yes.
speak with those 2.
I personally want that testimony, so
Mhm.
It should also be noted for both the defense and Your Honor that one of the officers that was involved was not able to be here for the case, but his statement is in the report for reference.
Convenient.
It's Addison.
Convenient. That's very
So
convenient, isn't it?
just so that's
Right.
out there.
Okay.
Well, maybe I shouldn't be here for this either.
Okay. Yeah. So I guess you didn't do the transport. So my question for you, I guess, is were you the officer who detained or who detained the individual that was going through the defendant's pockets?
I'm unsure as to I ran in afterwards. I did not see anyone going through anyone's pockets.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know who the officer was that detained?
Raven,
Yeah.
do you not know? Is that why you're trying to get this? Or
Yeah, I just need to know who the person is so I can ask them the question when they show up.
It was Jeff Miller.
Oh, okay.
Reading the statements in the report, it looks like it was Miller. So we may come back to you when it's defense's turn.
Okay. All right. Cool. No questions. Yeah.
I was patrolling in the northwestern part of the city alongside Officer Doug Riker, actually in a traffic stop when I received a call over radio for additional units needed at Senior Buns. We immediately finished up our traffic stop and went down to
That's
Senior
a really
Buns.
good shot, isn't it?
When we arrived on scene, 2 individuals had already been taken out of the kitchen to an area outside the back of Senior Buns. We were grouping them to get medical over to them. As this was going on, I spoke with the primary officer on scene and asked them what they needed me to do, which was Harry. He said to just not to come into the area. of the two defendants. We loaded them both into Doug Riker and I's cruiser, while Addison loaded the third individual in the red jacket into his cruiser and went to CMC Medical.
Sent it to you.
At this point, prior to them receiving the medical, I did perform a frisk on Dijon Mustard and did temporarily take a knife and a pipe wrench, to which point he received medical from Nancy. I then placed him back into cuffs, read him his Miranda rights, and then assisted in transporting Dijon and the other defendant back to MRPD for further investigation.
Thank you.
I
So
declared them.
earlier in testimony, it was revealed that there was an EMS on duty. They just weren't able to leave CMC. Were they on scene at CMC?
That is correct.
Did they treat any of the individuals who were downed?
They did treat all three individuals prior to them receiving treatment from Nancy.
Okay.
That's fine.
Can I just
Okay.
say as well, there wasn't a single weapon on me when he caught me, by the way. I forgot to mention that this entire time.
So you said you frisked both individuals?
Negative, only Dijon Mustard.
Okay. All right. What weapons did you find on him?
One knife and one pipe wrench.
Okay. And you didn't frisk anybody else, correct?
Correct.
This is why I'm gonna have to figure out who did what now again. Do you know who searched anyone else or frisked anyone else who was injured?
I cannot confirm who did anything with any of the other individuals, only myself.
Raven.
Okay.
I'm Officer Doug Riker.
Yeah,
I was patrolling
This is fucking
alongside
great. I
Frank
love this,
Love,
by the way. I love this,
in
by the
the
way.
northwest section of Los
So
Angeles
good.
City. When we started a temporary
And
traffic
Raven
stop
is
on a
awesome, by
crime
the way.
vehicle.
She's so fucking cool.
During the traffic stop, there was a request for backup at Senior Buns following a
Is
911
that
call,
cute?
which I attended. When I attended, I noted a number of Senior Buns employees out the back in cuffs.
Did I forget?
And some
Did
individuals
I forget sentence that could run over? Oh,
in
well.
camo clothing on the floor, one of which I know now to be Dominic Tipo. There was some questioning going on by by the officers on scene to the Senior Buns employees, and just general scene control.
I've got a question.
Frank Love and
for Raven. That's just...
got the two people in the camo clothing.
Yeah, bro, that was...
into my patrol vehicle, and when it was safe to do so, we transported both the camouflaged clothing individuals to CMC for medical treatment, where an EMS done some preliminary.
Our fit is crazy, though. We look cool, though. We actually look sick, though. These jackets are sick, aren't they?
Before going to Nancy.
Our uniform, look. What?
After they'd had some treatment from Nancy, I then cuffed Dominic Tipo, Mirandaized him, and searched him.
He's the one that searched him, right? Is that the one? Is that the one that searched you? Is that the one that searched you? Then,
great.
right?
When you're ready.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay.
Ask him.
And very.
Yeah, Officer Riker, you searched Mr. Tipo, correct?
Yes.
Did you find any weapons on him?
No.
Thank you.
I looked out the
I'm
door
so
window
tired.
from that leads from where you take the orders to the back room, and I saw two green men
Green.
sprinting into the store.
What? That doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense.
We had already been robbed on that day,
It's impossible to
and
see
I
us.
felt scared, so I
impossible.
sprint out the back door.
It's impossible for
That
him to
was
see us
then
from there.
when I called 911 and let them know of the emergency.
See, good on him. He did it right. He was,
And
you know,
then
fair play.
I hear a bunch of stabbing going on inside,
A bunch of stabbing.
and so I walk back in the door just to make sure that my fellow colleagues are okay.
Okay.
And I see
No one
these
stopped.
two men on the floor,
Oh,
and
interesting.
Keith on the floor as well.
Interesting. Interesting.
And then
He's
the
a-
police roll in.
So he's a
And
bunch
we
of
will
stabbing
get
and
the
we're
details.
on the floor.
Okay.
That's interesting. That's interesting, isn't it?
Do any of the officers have any questions for Mr. Rogers?
Yes. Am I able to approach him?
I mean, you can.
Please.
Slowly though, slowly.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Sam. Quick question for you. How long have you worked at Senior Buns?
Oh, for
I've been
fuck's
working
sake.
there about 2 days now.
Fucking who
Okay.
cares?
And you said that you had been working there pretty much all day today?
Yeah, all
Yeah, well-
day.
And earlier today, you said that you were robbed, correct?
Correct.
Were you personally robbed?
I was.
And how did it feel to be robbed?
It felt awful, man. It just felt disheartening, A lot of hard work goes into days at
What did
Senior
they get?
Buns.
What did they get?
and for all of that to be taken
What
away.
were the wounds from?
And like I said, it made me feel frightened, so I
was in the
sprang
cell,
out the
wasn't it?
back door.
Would you say that you're scared when people come in and rush in?
When they rush in, yeah. When they come sprinting in, yeah.
But how many times do people
I'm
rush in?
sorry, I'm going to interject. You get scared every time a Group 6 worker comes in there?
Oh, come on, McMee. Let me
No.
have that one.
Not
Me-
Group
me-
6. They normally come through the back door as well.
Yeah, sprinting like the other. Never mind.
Yeah, Mickney's got
There's a
them down
difference.
with-
I work
Mickney's
in the
got-
kitchen a lot, so I can see through the order window, You know the window I'm on about?
I'm sorry, Haswell, you can carry on.
Sam, and the people who robbed earlier, what were they wearing? What color? Can you describe their outfits for me?
They were wearing green leaves all over their body.
Leaves all over, but that's different. to
Would you
stab.
say it looked like camouflage?
Yeah, pretty camo.
Objection, lead in.
Sustained?
Sustained.
Relevant.
Nah. Nope. Nope.
When there's an objection, you need to be quiet, Mr. Rogers, okay?
yeah,
Yeah, that was a very leading question, Hasbro.
Okay. So, just to reiterate, you said that they were wearing green, correct?
Correct.
She's fucking.
Objection, misstatement of facts.
She's so good.
You just said that they were wearing
He
green.
said they were wearing green. no,
Get
I'm sorry.
away.
I heard leaves, but okay.
But it was green before that, and now
Green
it's changed to
leaves.
leaves. Yeah.
Raven.
So, when you were working and you saw these
Oh.
two men behind
She's
me, the
good, she's
people,
good,
the
she's
defense,
good.
rush in.
So a lot of the
you
people
were
who do
you were
this
scared,
are
correct?
studying law, you know.
The
They
second
actually are.
time?
Correct. Yeah, second time.
Correct. I was scared and sprinting out the back door.
Right.
Selfish, but
Control yourself. You know we can hear you in here.
And you felt like you should call 911. Why?
because I had the PTSD from earlier on of being held up and robbed
I'm whispering.
by people also in green sprinting into the back rooms.
Still, you,
So
Raven
as
can
soon as
hear
I
you.
saw
She's
people
trying to listen.
sprinting into the ordering area, I felt obliged to do the same.
Did you hear anything besides, like you said in your statement earlier, the sounds of like somebody getting punched or stabbed? Did you hear any words being said?
Yeah, I think he's playing with open mic
Not
and
really. other
speakers.
than you're
Bless him.
like, oh, stuff like that. No, like actual words, just emotion.
I'm fucking starving. I'm starving.
Okay.
My belly's it's nearly full, but this is
No further questions, Your Honor.
These are the shit we live for, man.
All right, great.
Sorry, can you remind me of your full name? I want to
Sam
address you
Rogers.
properly. Mr. Rogers. So, when you saw the two defendants walk in or come into Senior Buns, you ran to the back, correct?
I was already in the back. I ran out the building.
Oh, sorry, my bad. You ran out the building.
Correct.
Did you witness them do anything since you were out the
I'm
building?
fucked.
No.
Did you hear them say anything?
I heard maybe emotion from them, but no words.
Okay. And when you returned back
good.
into Senior Buns, they were on the floor along with one of your coworkers, correct?
Correct.
So you didn't see how that happened?
No.
She's good. She's good.
All right. Wait, hold on. Let me quickly run through your testimony that you gave to the officers again. Make sure I don't have any further questions.
She's
I
good.
looking at what he gave to the officers.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
not
that's
gonna
it.
have-
Never mind. Let me check with my co-defendants and we'll be good.
All right, Mr. Abdul. Were you working
He's
at
fucked.
Senior Buns earlier today throughout the day?
Yes, sir.
And where do you normally work when you're at Senior Buns? What part of the restaurant?
99% of the time, I'm on the chopping boards, but sometimes I have to fill in on the burgers.
Okay. Do you ever work the front?
No.
Okay. And were you present earlier today when a robbery took place?
I arrived.
Objection, misstatement of facts. We're trying to establish if a robbery occurred or anything of that sort that happened there. You can't just
Oh,
state
shit,
that a
yeah.
robbery happened.
Yeah, if you can just rephrase, Harry.
Were you there earlier today
She's
when
fucking
a trying to word this correctly, Your Honor, one sec.
She's really good.
Were you there
good.
earlier today when men rushed into the restaurant?
I was not inside of the establishment yet. However, I was just turning up for my shift, and I did see them walking out of the establishment, and they got into their car, which was parked next to the bus stop.
And what vehicle was that?
I didn't actually get a good look at the vehicle.
Over twice.
Did you see what they were wearing?
Yes, I actually walked right past them, so I got a very good look at what they were wearing.
Snitch.
What were they wearing? Can you describe it for me?
I would describe it as a camouflage jacket with green and pale green
It fucks it up.
colors with hints of brown. And they had a black combat mask on each.
Wearing black.
With some baggy trousers.
I wasn't.
Okay.
It was good.
And before, when later in the evening, when you were working there again, did you see two individuals wearing that type of description of clothing walk in again?
I didn't see them walk in because I was all the way in the back of the kitchen. However, I saw them walk through the two little gates to get behind the tills. And yeah, that's what I saw.
Did they have anything in their hand? Were you able to see that?
Yeah, I think they had a wrench and a knife each.
Oh my god.
But I'm not 100% sure about the knife.
To hold
but I definitely saw a wrench.
Okay.
Come on.
And as they walked past the two little gates, like you said earlier, did you hear anything, any sounds, any words being said?
Yep, I heard them shouting at everyone to put their hands up, I believe, and not to move. That was the main one. They were shouting, "Don't move."
Oh my god.
And when you hear words like that, what does it mean to you?
It does really invoke fear in me. I will say that. I'll hold my hands up and be honest.
We're not fucked at all. We're not fucked at all.
Would you say you'd be scared?
Yes, sir.
If someone
we're
said
not.
that to you, do you think you would be able to walk freely away?
They don't know it's us. They haven't seen us with masks on.
No, I feel like
they haven't seen us with masks on. They haven't seen us without masks. They haven't seen us without masks. It's impossible.
Do you feel like as if you would be ordered to stay there against your will?
100%, especially considering the fact that I was in the kitchen, which has no clear exits. You have to exit 2 doors to escape, and they were closer to the door than I was, so I definitely felt trapped.
Okay. And after you heard those words being said, did you hear anything else?
Yes, I heard some loud beating sounds, obviously, which must have been coming from the wrench, I assume. Just lots of commotion,
What did these beating sounds sound like? Did it sound like it was getting hit against a wall? Did it sound like it was hitting a person?
It sounded like people hitting each other.
Okay. And after you heard these sounds, what did you do?
Well, as you know, we had a similar encounter earlier in the day. So we took it upon ourselves as members of Senior Buns to have a meeting about this to discuss what would happen.
Wait, what?
And in that meeting, we discussed that we should defend our property and our job because we're at risk, you know. We're just trying to make a living, and it's hard to make money out here. So we discussed that we would try and call 911, but if things escalated, we would have to defend ourselves.
Would you say that you were scared for your life when you heard the people or the banging and the commotion?
Yeah, I'd definitely say so. Even though we had a meeting to discuss what to do, you never really know what's going to happen in those situations.
Did you feel that you may have been able to get? Let me reword that. Sorry. Do you feel that you would have been
Take
hit
notes.
if you know, or part of the commotion more if you were in the main part of the restaurant?
Oh. She was gonna.
Yes.
So how can we hurry this up? I've just spotted the time.
Yeah. Sorry. I'll last question. When you did you at any point step forward towards where the commotion was, and did you see anything?
Absolutely, exactly.
Yes.
No,
So
that's
I was
what
in the
we say.
kitchen, and from our plan, you know, I decided to step out
We've got 15 minutes
into
before
the bit
sun
where
stops.
you can sign up for the job. And I saw one guy dressed in camo, like I said before, swinging his wrench like a madman.
That's a lie.
So I
It's a lie,
unleashed
Reverend.
my wrench
That's a lie. That's a lie.
and defended myself.
One more question: Is that
that's a
person in
lie.
the courtroom today?
So if I was swinging my wrench, why is he standing?
Would that
Objection
be-
calls for speculation.
I'm just asking if he's.
I don't allow those kind of questions anyway.
Okay.
I think we'll be okay.
So
let's
how many
feel. Come on, we got this, mate.
Senior Buns employees were
The
in
fucking rebel army
the
don't
restaurant
beat,
at
you
the
know, we
time
win
this
this
commotion
shit.
occurred?
I would say 2 or 3 people by the tills, and then me and 3 or 4 others in the kitchen.
Okay, so you'd say about 6 sounds about right?
About 6 or 7, yeah.
Okay. And when the individuals we're talking about here entered, you were in the kitchen, correct?
Yes.
You were not in the main area.
Yes.
And when you heard the words, you could not see the people who were saying the words.
I could actually see them through
I've got a point.
the
How do
order
they know
window
it's us?
where the food
police,
gets placed.
The police could have put us
Okay.
in this clothing. You know?
Were those words directed at you?
Could these clothing be leading?
I believe they were directed at everyone, every employee in the building.
Including the ones all the way in the back that couldn't be seen?
Oh, she's good. She's got him. Look, she's got him. Look.
The ones that could be seen through the window, yes.
Okay, the ones that could be seen.
She's got him.
And
She's fucking good, you know.
you
She's so
said
good.
you
She's so good.
feared that you wouldn't be able to move, correct?
Yes, as I was threatened.
She's so good.
But you did move, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And the
She's good. Holy shit.
you didn't see
Raven,
the
Raven.
commotion when it started, correct? You just
Yes.
heard sounds? Yeah?
I sort of saw it through the window, but I couldn't really make out anything. I just heard beating sounds.
So you
Okay. And when you came out, you
Starts
saw
whacking, start
one
whacking.
person in camo with a wrench out, correct?
Correct.
And you swung at them, correct?
Your Honor, objection, leading.
Can you repeat the question?
I said, and you swung at them, correct?
Am I allowed to answer?
Yeah, go ahead. She's just going to rephrase it and say basically the same thing. Go ahead.
I,
You know, she's
after
good.
witnessing them
She's
swing
fucking
their
good.
wrench at my
What?
colleague,
That's the
I
question.
also swung mine at them.
Oh, so we had the
Okay.
wrench.
Which colleague were they swinging at?
She's so good. Bro.
I don't remember his name, but I'm pretty sure he had blonde hair.
So okay. Raven, I have a couple of mental notes that I've taken.
Yeah, anything for this guy then?
Yeah. The last witness said that he heard stabbing noises. This one's saying beating noises. That's obviously
Yeah.
conflicting.
Mhm.
One of the things that I'm really concerned about is how are they managing to identify us when we was wearing masks, and
Yeah,
none
so
of the
far they haven't, but it's fine.
none of the defendants have seen us. None of the other potential guys have seen us without masks. We was only taken off us when we was after the hospital.
Didn't you just admit to swinging on us as well with a
Yeah,
wrench? Why
he
would you
just-
have? Why
Yeah.
would he have a wrench while working in your burger?
And then one last thing, I suppose, just while we're thinking out
Mhm.
loud, and again, you choose what to do this, Raven, is right, if you're scared for your life, and given I'm ex-military, if I've got a wrench and I'm swinging it around, I think there's going to be people hitting the floor. I'm not going to be hitting the floor. I
Not
don't know if
one
there's ever-
person.
You know,
Who
I,
weren't
you
even
know,
us.
you know, if he said he came out there and no one was on, is it worth establishing when he came out and knocked me down, there was no one down at the time? Is there some value in that?
I thought about that. I just didn't know if that was true. But
Yeah.
you're saying that
I-
when
I-
he came out and hit
There
you,
was
nobody
only
else
one
was
other
on the floor?
person and
Raven.
Okay, look.
I'm-
This is what I wanted to say. If because your story is that you were knocked down and then Tippins knocked down, self-defended you, right?
Yes, yeah.
If no one was knocked down when he came out, that means you guys were swinging first.
No,
But if
no, we wasn't.
one of
We
you
wasn't.
was not, I know, but the point, that's kind of the story. If one
Okay.
of them, that's why I didn't bring that up, because if one of you was knocked down, then that matches the story of him self-defending for you. But if
Okay.
none of you was knocked down, then it seems like you were aggressors. You know what I mean?
Okay, sorry. Yeah, I love Raven. Bam chicken. Wow.
Oh my god. Sorry. Last
She
question.
loves it.
There's a back door in the kitchen area, correct?
Not inside of the kitchen.
Where's
But
that? Okay. Sorry. Where's that
outs-
door?
So you exit the kitchen, and then it would be a little bit forwards and on your left.
Okay. I've
Yeah, I know.
never been in the back, so I guess those directions don't help me. Would you be able to access that door from where you were?
No.
Considering I was right at the back of the kitchen, basically in the freezer, probably not.
He knows he's got it. She's got
Okay,
it. She's got it.
It's you know what?
I
I'm
know
not.
the layout. It's fine.
Yeah, okay, good, because I don't, but that helps me. All right. No further questions.
Right. I just want to clarify something, Mr. Latif.
Yes, sir.
Just in your testimony, you said both individuals had either wrenches or knives, or one combination of the two.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she said both.
That's it. I just wanted to clarify if they both had weapons or not.
She's good.
All right,
She's had
Keith,
good banter.
you were you working at Senior Buns all day today?
Yep.
I need to speed it up,
So
man.
you would have were you there when the first incident took place?
I was.
And those individuals, what color were they wearing, or do you remember anything about their outfits?
They were both in camo jackets and
Raven.
masked up. I can't remember exactly what type of mask it was. They were
There's
masked up.
3 of us last time, so they got that
like
wrong.
cargo trousers.
There's 3 of us who were involved it before.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay. And when the second incident took place, where were you?
I was just behind the counter. I was on my break, just eating.
Would you have had a good view of the 2 other individuals who came in during the second incident coming in?
Yes.
Were you able to see what they were wearing?
They were also wearing camo jackets, cargo pants, and a mask.
Sort your mic out, mate.
And did they have anything in their hand?
Yeah, one, I believe, one had a wrench, definitely. And I believe the other one was a knife.
I'm a salmon, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just a
And
bit.
did you hear them say anything?
Need to learn to keep your mouth closed a little
Yeah,
bit.
so
you
they
know,
ran straight to the counter. They were telling everyone to put their hands up, don't move. Just this is just telling them to stay still.
I love Dijon's
If they
head,
move, they're gonna
mate.
get hit.
At that point, do you feel like you could have left and not been hurt?
He's helping us. He's helping us here.
I don't believe so. I was threatened that they would chase me out or do anything like of the sorts.
So would you say that you feel like you were unable to move or felt like you were in a sense a hostage?
They need to change that clothing. I'm gonna mention that to
And what else took place? Do you agree to their orders or what they demanded of you?
They weren't talking to me directly. They were talking to the cashier.
mean-
They were both there.
But
And
still don't
then
match up.
one was running to the back, and we had a meeting earlier when the first robbery happened. We talked after, said we have to do to protect ourselves and each other. So
They do.
I believe he was gonna go injure one of my other colleagues or
No.
try rob him.
Maybe we
So
get- maybe we
I
get off.
stepped up and I saw the opportunity and attacked him to try to get the weapon off him.
Okay. And would you feel like you felt your life was in danger of being, either killed or hurt?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you feel like if you didn't do anything that he would have potentially, or that the people would have potentially killed you or injured you?
Yeah, 100%.
No further questions, Your Honor.
The words that were said, you said they were not talking to you, right?
Yeah.
In your statement you gave the police, you said you ran. Is that correct?
I ran where?
I'm not sure. The statement just says I ran.
The only running was when I
Look, she's got
saw
caught.
the opportunity to get rid of the weapon off the
Oh.
individual hand.
Okay, so
he's admitted to
you
robbing
feared for your life,
I did.
and then you ran at the individuals and hit them with a wrench. Is that correct?
I was with my
Sorry, yeah. What
my-
did you hit them with?
my kitchen knife.
Okay, so you stabbed someone with your knife.
In self-defense, yes.
Were you being attacked?
He said he wasn't talking to him. He's fucked. He's
In my
fucked
thoughts,
it.
I thought I was
I
eventually going to be.
thought.
Okay.
He's fucked it.
And the
She's
person
good.
that you stabbed was walking, you said, towards the back, correct?
Away from him. She's so
running
good.
aggressively towards back.
Away from you, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking. I kind of want to put one of you on the stand to establish your story of self-defense, and I want to put Tippin on there because then you can go on and say, the only problem is you actually know I don't want to put you on because you didn't have any weapons on you, and then if you say you went on a
put Dingy up, put him.
yeah,
On. He's got a.
so you
good
could just go up there and say
storytelling
you got
voice.
attacked when you were going to the back,
Yes,
and
yes, I can-
that's where you stop there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, are you sure you can do that?
What you say? Sorry.
He's basically going to go up there and say you were arguing for the water. You went to see the manager in the back. You were going. You got hitted. You were asked for the manager. You were going to the back, and then you got attacked. You don't need to say if it was a wrench or a knife. You just got attacked and you went
Yep.
down. That's it.
Me,
Okay.
me. This is me, right?
Yeah, that's you.
Okay.
And that's it. If you say you came back for water that you paid for earlier, that puts you there twice. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's true. That's true.
That's a bit of an
Oh,
issue
shit,
because
yeah.
they're like, oh no, maybe they did both, things, but
Raven,
and
are we protected? And if it was saying you, we're
it's protected
safe,
to
right?
me. Yeah.
So
Like
what
if
we-
you told me right now that
so
you
just-
committed both robberies, like it's protected. I know. I'm
So
not-
listen.
yeah.
We committed both robberies, right? Right, Raven.
Idiots.
But listen.
Surely
Yeah,
change.
Yeah, I
Come
know.
on.
But Raven, the first time there was 3 of us, and there was only 2
Okay.
the second time. So they said that there was only 2 both times, so we know they're lying. Obviously, you can't say that. I know.
Yeah, I can't really. Yeah.
But we know they're lying. So, it's tricky. It's tricky. But we wasn't there. The time when we went in for food, and we didn't get water was after the first robbery. We know that because obviously we're on the
And-
timeline.
yeah,
But
and
also,
yeah.
gotta
To
be
be
careful.
fair-
Gotta be careful, right?
So I guess do I get to call Miller now? Or
Oh yeah,
just-
if you wish to call Miller up to question him.
Yeah, it should be quick. It's is this a direct or cross?
Direct.
Oh, okay. Good to go?
Yeah, when you're ready.
Okay. Officer Miller. What was the things you handled when you got on scene? Just brief recap. I know you already gave your testimony earlier.
Yeah, I detained individuals and I interviewed, I believe, 2 witnesses.
Okay.
This is
Uh,
so fucking good, man. I love
was
it.
one
I
of those
fucking love it.
witnesses? Did any of those witnesses testify today?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
Do you reckon I nail this, or do you reckon
so
I
that
fuck it up?
then would one of those witnesses be the person you instructed to stop looking through a defendant's pockets?
That's correct.
Okay. And did you arrest that person for doing that?
For doing what exactly?
For going through the defendant's pockets?
As both myself and Hezbollah mentioned, we weren't able to, exactly identify
it's
what
quite
they were doing.
stressful.
They were just
It's quite
rummaging
stressful,
around
you
in
know,
the
isn't it?
general area, and my main concern was for their hands to be in the air and not, reaching down around the individuals that were down. But no, to answer your question directly, no, I did not.
Okay, that person gave you a statement, right? Or gave the
Correct.
police a statement? In that
Correct.
statement, did they say that they were going through their pockets?
They said they were in an attempt to, or in the middle of an attempt to
He's
retrieve
so
the weapons
good. He's so
from the
good.
suspect.
She's so good.
But they were not charged.
Correct.
Even though they admitted to it.
When you arrived,
If they admitted to it.
the defendants were on the floor, correct?
Correct.
And they went to get medical, right?
Could you repeat that question? I'm sorry.
And the defendants went to go get medical
Uh,
afterwards?
The defendants were brought to medical attention.
Okay. Because they could not go get it themselves?
Yeah, that's correct. They were detained at the time and also incapacitated on the floor.
Okay. All right. That's all the questions for them.
So, in the person you interviewed, Miller, he said in his statement that he didn't take anything, correct?
That's correct.
Did you feel like you needed to search him at all after hearing his statement and the other statements from the senior Buns employees?
I did not.
That's all I have, Your Honor.
It's a little pedantic, but he said he was attempting to take something from him, and you didn't search him.
Yeah, that's correct.
She's
Okay.
so. Oh.
All right.
Right, now
That's
you
it.
may step on down. Thank you, Miller.
Thank you.